Meanwhile, we know that the vandalism of infrastructure can be deadly, and 3 bodies have been found at 3 separate substations in the city of Johannesburg. City Power has confirmed that a 3rd burnt body was recovered this week after a substation was vandalized, leaving parts of the Johannesburg CBD without power. Earlier, 1 body was found in Randburg, another in Lenasia. To discuss, we're joined by City Power spokesperson Isaac Mangena. Mr. Mangena, thank you for being with us. These are very grim discoveries, and it sounds like they are becoming increasingly common. Just tell us about these 3 separate incidents quickly.
Thanks for having us. Good afternoon to the viewers. Yes, we've got a problem of vandalism and cable theft within the city of Johannesburg, and this week it was really difficult for our teams because they basically, when they were responding to outages in 3 different areas, they discovered the bodies of these people. So the first one was in Lenasia, which happened around Monday, and when the team was responding around Tuesday, basically. So when the team was responding to an outage in Lenasia, in around Nansveld, they basically made this grim discovery. They realized that there was a cable theft, and when they basically looked at where the theft happened, they found a body of a suspected cable thief, basically lying in the trench that he dug, trying to steal that cable. That is the medium voltage, high voltage cable that this person was trying to steal. And the second one was in Randburg. The residents of Vendale early this week did not have electricity for about 2 to 3 days because of the vandalism that happened on the transformer substation in the Vendale-Kensington area. And it also was, the discovery was made when we tried to basically go and see what was the problem with the outage in the area, and we found the body of an unknown person. There was vandalism of that infrastructure. In fact, there was even fire that basically got started when he was burned, basically when he was electrocuted. And most of the infrastructure in that transformer substation was basically razed to the ground. And the last one was basically found yesterday. The team early in the morning were responding to an outage call at Central Substation, which is basically in the CBD of Johannesburg. And when they were responding to that, they basically made this discovery that there was also vandalism of the infrastructure there, and basically somebody was electrocuted, and these 3, all of them basically led to several of the residents of the city of Johannesburg without electricity for quite an extended amount of time, including the one in the central CBD, which basically affected eastern part of Johannesburg, including Wema and Wema Pen areas.
And has power been restored in those areas?
Power has been partially restored in some of the areas. In Lenasia, we managed to basically replace the cable, and in Wema Pen, we managed to backfeed using other cables that were supplying to the same area. So we managed to restore last night, but it was in Randburg where we basically had to take about 2 to 3 days to restore electricity. Currently, as I'm talking to you, the power has been restored. I think it was restored last night, but it took about 2 to 3 days because of first the investigations that the law enforcement and the emergency services had to take, because it's...
Mr. Mangena, we've just lost your audio. Let me throw in one quick important question. What are you doing, Mr. Mangena, what are you doing to deter other vandals and to try and really impress upon them that if they steal cables, I mean, they are taking their lives in their hands?
Look, I think in this instance, we can just do so much because, our infrastructure is basically marked that it is dangerous. You should not walk or even touch it. You should not even try to open it up, and you should not do anything. I think when you and I were growing up, we knew those boxes as danger boxes, and there was a reason for that. There is a huge sign there written danger, Hevar Ingozi. Just to basically give people an idea that you walk near that box, it might blow in your face, or you touch it, it might actually electrocute you. So we are adhering to that as per the regulations from NERSA and other regulators around the provision of electricity, that we need to make sure that there is visible signage that this is dangerous to the residents. But also, most of this are happening because there was vandalism that happens first. For example, the one in Randburg, the transformer substation, to reach that substation, you need to jump a fence or cut through the fence, and then you need to get to the door and cut through the steel door and the padlock that is there before you can actually get in. So you can see that there was really a deliberate effort from this person to basically try and vandalize. But also we have seen, even in terms of the number of the people that have actually died, but also the number of vandalism incidents that we have recorded. In the past financial year, we had about 2,400 incidents of vandalism and theft of the cables across the city of Johannesburg. That's a lot, and that's a record high since we started to experience this problem. But also, last financial year, we had about 11 people that were electrocuted and killed while they were trying to steal cables or vandalizing the infrastructure. So you can see that as long as we've got the problem of the vandalism that is happening, some of which we really see it as sabotage of the infrastructure of the city, we will still continue to have these people basically risking their lives just to get that copper cable.
Very, very, very sad. Thank you. City Power spokesperson Isaac Mangena.